Yo and hello everybody, Mike here, baseball collector. Happy Sunday to everybody. Weekend is ending, back to work tomorrow, but that's all right. That's just the cycle of life. We are into daylight savings time, so that's kind of cool. A little more daylight every day as the days grow longer and we head into summer. I came home from the ranch today, and I have to admit, I had this giant package. I'm like, what is that? And then I look at the return address and it's from New Jersey. And I'm like, well, the only thing I would be having come from New Jersey is a PSA DNA order. And sure enough, that's what it was. I had no idea it was coming. And yeah, it's a lot. It's this. All of that. 38 items total. They received it into January. So actually pretty quick turnaround, honestly. And this is one of those deals that back pre-COVID, I would work with PSA DNA directly to get items, autographed items, slabbed and authenticated. People think, well, you got to pay the sticker price. Well, you guys know me. I don't like paying sticker price literally on anything. So I would email them and work out a deal. I'd say, I've got these items, this many, usually a bulk type thing. Definitely, a one-off. I'm not going to try to do a whole lot with, but if I have a bunch of stuff that I want to send in, I'm going to ask for a discount, a bulk discount. And I did here, and I thought, man, I don't know. It's been since COVID. Are they doing any deals like this? And sure enough, they did. I got money off of every item if I would just send it in regular versus simply sending them an email and asking for some help. And they did it. I paid a lot less than I should have. Yeah. So it can be done. To think, well, the prices are what they are. Yeah, but maybe not. And my big thing is, why does it hurt to ask? What's the worst they can say? No. And then you either decide if you want to do it or not. And the reality is I would have paid full price for all of these, but I didn't have to because I asked the question. So don't be afraid to do that. That's my, public service announcement for today, or PSA. But everything came back authentic. Apparently, I'm a much better judge of autograph authentication than I am of basic card grades. And I wouldn't have denied that before, but some very, very cool stuff that I'm going to show you guys. Yeah, let's just get into it. Tons of awesomeness. Hang on one second. All right, let's go on a little autograph journey together. Authentication. There's two cards here of the same guy. This is Zach Wheat, Hall of Famer. This is not an easy card or easy autograph. And one of the Chasing Cardboard collections, the guy actually had two on his, I guess this is 61 Fleer. And like this one just says, they both sincerely over here and yours truly over here. But I looked at them like, yeah, those are real. And yeah, sent them in, came back authentic. This is like autograph 2 and 3 in my collection for Zach Wheat. So not a Hall of Famer that I have a lot of autographs for. When I saw these, I was like, oh, I would love to add these because I love, especially this one on card here. Always good to have it on a card. I think my other Zach Wheat is on like an index card, so it's much less desirable, but this is awesome. So yeah, two of those. This is the ticket that I got. If you guys follow along, I got this ticket from a person who watches the channel. It is from September 17th, 1993. Why is that significant? Well, that wasn't Nolan Ryan's last game. It was his next to last game, and it was his last strikeout. And I'm totally blanking on who he struck out. Greg Myers, actually, now just popped in my brain. Maybe that's right for the Angels. But this was his last strikeout, and I had sent this ticket off, if you remember, to Nolan Ryan's foundation. So there's that. So I wasn't worried about the authenticity, but I wanted it slabbed because I wanted to protect it. I just thought it'd be cool looking slabbed and to have that ticket. Yeah. So it just says ticket stub. So yeah. And I'm not worried about the authenticity of the ticket. I mean, the guy who sent it to me said he was at the game. So yeah. just super cool piece, totally my kind of an item, and now it's encased and protected. During my crazy Dick Perez stuff, one of the sets that I'm trying to get all of the Hall of Famers of is this one. And this is called Donruss Masters of the Game. And I want to say this is 1993. So there are, I don't know, 5 or 6 Hall of Famers in this set. And Ryne Sandberg's obviously one of them. And they just call it a postcard. That's fine. This is one that I had sent TTM. So yeah, glad to get that slabbed up. I also did the Nolan Ryan. I had sent this and the ticket off to the foundation back whenever. There's the Nolan Ryan hologram. So I wasn't worried about authenticity. I just wanted it slabbed, and now it is forever and ever. So there's 2 of those, Masters of the Game. The rest of the stuff, well, no, that's not true. That's not true. A lot of these coming up are going to be these. Perez Steel Hall of Fame postcards. The first group I'm going to show are all the custom ones that we've done. This is Chipper Jones, and this is one I got with Jake, Legends Never Die, at the National. He and I stood in line for Chipper because he wanted to meet him. So again, got this myself. Again, authentic. Is it authentic? Yeah, but I'm the only one that was there. So if forever, you know, I get hit by the turnip truck, my wife it's now slabbed and authenticated. Jim Cott, this one I got myself at the Chantilly show, I believe it was. And yeah, Jim Cott, we couldn't even spell his bloody name right, and he pointed that out to me, and I got a kick out of that because I should have caught that. But yeah, these are all just blank back. These are the customs, but they look really good, and goes perfect because it is the actual Dick Perez painting. This is Whitey Herzog. This one I had gotten done at a Dallas show. In fact, I say I got it done. That's not really true. My friend John Keating was going to be there, and I didn't want to drive all the way back just for a Herzog autograph. So he got it for me and brought it over to my house, like hand delivery. How cool is that? But yeah, again, in person. This one was in person. Ricky. This was a national, meeting him there, getting this done, TriStar authenticated. This was another Chantilly, Vlad Guerrero Sr. So I stood in line for Vlad and got him done. Happy to do that. Yeah. Tom Glavine, yeah, if you know this story, I sent in a Tom Glavine and a John Smoltz to a private signing. Tom Glavine signed his, and Tom Glavine signed the John Smoltz one, so I don't really have a John Smoltz signed one yet, but I will get that remedied at some point. So there's Glavine. Eckersley. I don't know how I can't remember how I got this one. Maybe TTM, actually. I think that was a TTM. This was definitely a TTM. Andre Dawson, great signer through the mail. I'm just going to stack these up behind here. Another TTM, Wade Boggs. Another TTM, Burt Blyleven. So yeah, I mean, if you want to get these, like, it's to send them in, you know, it's pretty amazing how many guys signed through the mail. This was a national get, Craig Biggio. I think this will have TriStar on the back, yeah. Hall of Fame inscription. Anytime you can get that on top of, never a bad thing. This was a private signing, Roberto Alomar. You know, I don't, in-person, private signings, TTM, no problem, but this kind of stuff, it's not cheap. But the reality is, if you want it on a unique item like this, I don't know how else I'm going to get this signed other than to kind of pay up for it, and just it is what it is. Larry Walker, this was at the National last year. Hall of Fame inscription. Ted Simmons. All I'll say about this one is this was gotten for me by a buddy. And I don't think I should say any more than that. But yeah, so happy to get this one done. Hall of Fame inscription. So cool. Another TTM. Ryan Sandberg. I probably sent this one off with the Masters of the Game. 2 bigger cards. Another TTM, Jim Rice. So I just been kind of over the months and months accumulating these, probably actually a couple of years, honestly, that I've been accumulating these and just built up enough to where I felt like I could bring some leverage to the table with PSA and get a better deal. Start a second stack here. Here's Tim Raines. That was National, maybe? I think that was National. Rock Reigns. Jack Morris. This was definitely at the National because he does not sign TTM anymore. So, yeah. This was National last year. Tony Oliva. That's a really good looking one. They're all good looking. Who am I kidding? Yeah, National. TTM here, Paul Molitor. He is a great signer through the mail. This was Chantilly, Edgar Martinez. Again, he was way pricier than he should have been, but you know, it's kind of like, well, if you're going to get them, get them. Not cheap, or not expensive, through the mail, Tony La Russa. I think he's maybe $10, maybe $20 at the most, or maybe even free, actually. But Tony La Russa will sign. Okay, now we're getting into the actual Hall of Fame postcards. So the customs are all blank back. These are the real ones that were issued in different series throughout the 80s. And yeah, 90s actually early. This is 90. What year does it say? Does it say 99? So all the way through the 90s, I guess. But yeah, these are all numbered to 10,000. And, you know, you'd buy the set or the series or whatever. And then if you wanted to get them signed, they were great for getting signatures on them. This was an entire lot of these that I bought from a dealer at the National last year. He had dang near the whole set. So I started picking out ones that I needed. Jake picked out a ton that he needed, and so between the two of us, we were able to buy quite a few Perez Steel Hall of Fame autographs. So here's the Robin Yount. And on this, if it is a real one, they'll actually put Perez Steel Hall of Fame. So that is good. So there's the Yount. Tom Seaver. And yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. These look so good slabbed. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Mike Schmidt. Hal Newhouser, which is kind of a toughie. Not a toughie, but Bill Mazeroski. He'll still sign these through the mail. This one I actually bought on eBay. The rest of them are all part of the lot, but that was a separate purchase. Not slabbed, but Tommy Lasorda. Reggie Jackson. God, that's good looking. Jeez, they're good looking. Can't wait to kind of put these all together with all my other ones. George Brett. Notice these are a lot of the newer ones because I was just missing a lot of the newer ones. This one's not a newer one. Burley Grimes, tough on card. Not impossible, but tougher than most of the guys. And so when I saw this one, I had to buy it. And it came back legit, which again, I was not really worried about. All right, the last two items are other chasing cardboard things. The first one is from Glenn's collection in Fort Worth. And he happened to have, just like the Zach Wheat, he had this newspaper clipping Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra, signed by Mantle in blue ink right there, just ballpoint pen. And it looked really good to me. I'm like, that's real. And so I thought, I'll send that in and get it slabbed up. See, it's just literally a clipping of a newspaper. It's incredibly thin, so to have this slabbed was smart because it just makes it way more protected. But yeah, that's for sale. So I have plenty of Mickey Mantle autographs. I don't need another one. But yeah, so if you need a Mantle autograph and that one looks good to you, then let me know, reach out. And here's the last item. This is actually from West Virginia. So this is from John's collection. I'm gonna move the camera a little bit because this is big, like both in size and in awesomeness. A Ty Cobb signed check from August 26, 1944. First National Bank in Reno, made out to cash for $500. I loved this one because the signature is really clean. Normally, a lot of Ty Cobb checks come in green ink. This one's actually in black ink. And it's his full name, Tyrus R. Cobb. And you can see they just put check, authentic auto, and I can't remember. No, he didn't endorse the back, even though it was made to cash. But yeah, so definitely some staining. Cancel stamp here, but none of it really impedes the autograph itself, which I really like it when the auto is clean. And I mean, it's a check, so it's been through the ringer, no pun intended. But yeah, this is also for sale. So if you're in the market for a Ty Cobb autograph, there you go. Here's one right here. So yeah, that is it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry this was so long, but lots of cool stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. Keep collecting.